Hello lovelies, and welcome back to another video. Apologies for sort of being a bit slow, a bit distant lately. I just, I don't know, had a lot going on and haven't been, I don't think, in the right headspace for recording. I don't know, I've been very anxious lately, but I'm trying to work on it. So I should also apologise, there's a lot of wind outside, yeah, you might hear it whistling in the background occasionally. But yeah, okay. So I have had so many requests for more cross-stitch videos, so I thought I would show you my new design, which I got a few weeks ago. Absolutely loving doing it, but it is more detailed than my previous one. The actual, like, the holes in the fabric are smaller, so there's more more stitches to do. But yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I don't know, it's just it's just a lot more detailed. You have to really sort of pay a bit more attention to it, I find. I'm finding, should I say? But yeah, so here is the design. Absolutely in love with it. When I first saw it, I don't know, it was just like, that's the one, that's my next one, has to be. And I searched through the entire website to look at every other design there was, because they're not cheap. Yeah, and I don't want to just go with that one, and then maybe in a month's time see another design and think, oh no, I didn't see that. But no, I looked through every single other design, and all I could think about was this one. So very kindly, my granddad bought this for me, so he knew how much I enjoyed doing the last one, and said he wanted to buy it for me this time, so very, very, very grateful. But yeah, so it's a very pretty design. I say pretty, I don't know, it's not like a girly one or anything, is it? But I don't know, you can see sort of how much detail there is. There's a lot, and it's big. It is 53.5 by 35.5 centimetres. So it's a big one. And it's really interesting compared against my previous design that I did. It's not just like 2 sheets of pattern. And there's also no back stitching on this one. There's no detailing around anything at all, which I was disappointed with because I really enjoyed doing the back stitching. Actually, I found it really hard to find any designs with any back stitching, so it's obviously not that common of a thing on cross stitch anymore, or at all. I don't know. Every design I've done up until now has had back stitching on it. So yeah, it's not the end of the world though. Like I said, this has been good fun. So as you can see, it came with a big wad of paper, which did find slightly unnerving, because I just thought, what on earth is in this design to warrant so much paper? But because it's a big design, how they've done it is they've split it up into different pages and different sections. So this is the one I've been working on so far. This is actually page 8, and it just looks like a load of squares, circles, and goodness knows what else, like just lots and lots and lots of different symbols, and you can't really make out any design from this, whereas my other one you could kind of figure out the detailing of the picture just from, I don't know, just the way it was. But I mean, this is really blown up as well. The other one was, like I said, it was only 2 sheets. I find this sort of unnecessarily big. Like, I would have been probably quite happy if it was 2/3 of the size of this, because it just is a bit. I think the reason is because the fabric is so detailed. When you put them next to each other, it just takes your eyes a long time to get used to. Sort of, it's just too magnified on the paper to then look at the fabric. See what I mean? So that you can be doing your cross stitches, and then I don't know, I just find it confuses my brain or something. It takes my eyes a second to adjust. But yeah, so basically how it works is you have, I think this was 9 pages. Sorry, 15. Oh my god. 15 pages of design. So this one I started with because it's the most central. So I've got so many things going on. I'm like flicking around, sorry. It's really hard to show you just how big the fabric is because I haven't got a lot of space. It's massive. And this, like I said, was the most central point of the design. So I did have to get my mum to help me start it up. But it was quite straightforward. I could have done it myself, but she's only ever helped me up until now, so I just wasn't that confident in doing it on my own. And I thought the last thing I want to do is get it really wrong, get halfway through the design and realise I've messed up big time. That would not be desirable. Anyway, so yeah, this is the most central part of the pattern, which I believe I am working on this bit right here with the back of the bear and then the branches, which you can just about, I think, make that out, because you can see the branches, how they're going up here, and then I've got that bit going on as well. So yeah, but it's amazing seeing how many pages there are, just how many parts of the design, and some of them are like full page, some of them are only like half a page or a third, a couple of thirds. I think the smallest one, yeah, so there's like this little bit on that one, just like, what a waste of paper. Yeah, because the last few pages are only sort of sections like that. I haven't photocopied any pages this time, whereas with my last design I did, and it worked out so well with the back stitching because it meant that I didn't get lost with where I needed to backstitch because I could sort of highlight it off from scratch. But I don't need to worry about that on this one, so I haven't. I mean, that would be excessive amounts of paper, so it's not the end of the world. The only thing I haven't done yet, which would be a good idea to do, would be to go around the edge with a sewing machine just to stop the edges fraying too much, because they are really starting to, as you can see, oh sorry about the wind, they're really starting to sort of fray off now, and like this bit has just got caught and then just gone all the way, so really not ideal. I'm just trying to be extra careful with it, really. I did see a video the other day, someone doing cross stitch, and they had folded the edges over and like pinned it around. That's a brilliant idea, actually. I might do that, but knowing me, I'd end up pricking my fingers constantly. I don't know how sensible that would be, but it was a very good idea. One of the other things that really drew me to this particular pattern was the colours, not just the design, the colours big time. And this is different, this is really different to my other one. So they are on big cards. I feel like it's a grown-up's cross stitch. I know the other one was as well, but this one just really makes me think of the cross stitch that, you know, I watched my mum doing when I was growing up. So yeah, it's just quite thrilling. I don't know, it sounds really sad. Simple things excite me, it's fine. No, I'm just in love with these colours. I actually put a picture up on my Instagram account, must be a few weeks ago now, and just a sort of artistic shot, if you like, of the new cross stitch, and had a couple of these, I don't know what you call these actually, not colour charts, but cards. I had these all displayed in the picture, and I had a few people message me actually and just say, I just love the aesthetic of the that cross stitch, love the colours, love the vibe, just the, you know, everything about it. And I was just like, me too. It's very autumnal. I think that's probably partly part of what that, you know, the reason for that, you know, because it really is just very warming to see them all. But yeah, so but there's lots of colours. Some I haven't actually used yet because I haven't reached that point in the pattern. But yeah, so it's just very different how I've worked before. So it's like you've got all the symbols on the left hand side, and there's like little cuts in the cardboard so that you can slip the excess or the tail of the fabric through that little card bit there. But yeah, it's different working this way because I'm used to sort of just separating a couple of strands from like that, but the thicker part, whereas this is all just wound around the cardboard and you just have to cut off a certain length. So that's been a learning experience in itself. And when I set this up with Mum, she showed me sort of just roughly how long you want it to be, and then so some of them are like really long, some of them are quite short. It's just kind of learning how long to do it, because sometimes I'm doing it and I'm like, oh, that was nowhere near enough, and you just feel like you've sort of wasted it a little bit, I think, if it is too short. But it's okay, like I said, it's a learning experience. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased with how it's coming along. Just yeah, this, and the design is still available, so I can I'll attach the link in the description for this design, and you can see the other ones as well, because there's some really, really amazing Christmas ones as well. There's like Father Christmas coming down the chimney with like presents. There's like just very simple designs, in the sense that it's just like food orientated, so lovely in the kitchen, but very just sort of calm colours, very pale or sort of beigey colours actually. So I don't really have, I suppose, like just neutral tones like these sorts of ones, and there'll be like pictures of plums, or the one my mum recently finished was this basket of flowers, and I think they were hydrangeas, if I remember rightly. And I personally wouldn't want to sit and do that design, because it's just so much of the same colour, which is one of the things that concerned me about this one. Is what if there's too much, too many just of the similar, of like the same colour. Sorry, but actually, I mean, there's a lot of detail when you look at it closely and actually pay attention. There's so many trees in the background that are just like different tones and things, so I think actually it keeps you occupied enough. Like, my attention span isn't a lot, I don't think. I've been told in the past I have a short attention span, so it needs to be busy to keep me entertained. Oh dear. But yeah, so depends what you like. Like my mum, she managed to do that one pretty quickly actually. I'd say it was, I feel like within the space of maybe a few years. It feels like it wasn't very long, maybe it's longer than I'm remembering, but it looked phenomenal when it was done. It's around the same size as this, but yeah, so the whole background is just plain like creamy beige colours, and it is a real, in my mind, patience of doing that. I couldn't. No, I just wouldn't want to. I think that's more the point. Like I said, I like to have lots going on, so lots of colours, and lots of changes in patterns. I just get a bit OCD with it, and I like that I can indulge on the OCD front. Everyone has different methods to it, and I'm already mentally sort of trying to think, oh, what am I going to do when I start the next page? Am I going to start on from this corner and go left to right, or up down from the bottom and work upwards, or follow the same theme? Where I just like to start on a symbol. So I think next one I'll fill in this gap here with the triangle and do these bits, and then detach that and then work on these bits up here, and just basically finish off that bit of thread and just do mismatch bits, which is riskier. I'm aware that's probably not, there's more that can go wrong with that, but I just, I don't know, I'd rather finish that bit of thread than do this bit and then think, oh, I'm going to do that bit next. Somehow a plan has come out through this design. I didn't like starting in the middle and having to spread it outwards. For me, like I said, I'd rather start at the bottom left corner and work out, or work along. But I didn't have that control. That was decided for me because that's how you start the designs. But that's what I mean. When I start the next one, I'm nowhere near starting the next page yet. I've got a lot to do on this one. But in my head, I'm just like, oh, how am I going to do the next bit? So yeah, I just think it's one of those things where you can let those OCD tendencies just, like I said, you can just indulge in them, and no one can say, oh no, don't do it that way, or oh, that's not, like, you know, it's your thing. You do it how you want to do it, and I love it. So the first, sorry, I just realised just how long the intro was. I just sort of rambled at you. I hope that's okay. I do need to stop apologising. I've been told by a few people now that I need to stop apologising, and instead just accept that that's who I am. And sometimes it's good to just ramble on. You need to get it out of your system, just as long as it's not mindless, boring stuff. So I really hope that it's not like that for you. Okay. Anyway, I love this green. This is a really lovely green. Yeah, so I am going to start off by, I've just unwound a little bit. I'm just going to cut that off about there. So I'm going to cut this off about here. And then I'm just going to slip that in the cardboard bit. Oh no, my cardboard's bit. Oh well. Slip that in there just to keep it tassel free. And then, gosh, that was so windy. I'm going to get 2 strands. Oh, it's so nice to be able to do another cross stitch video. I was really sad when I did my last one. I didn't know when I was going to be able to do another one because obviously I didn't have another design to do. Oh, it's not a great start. Yeah, so it's just really nice to be doing it again. I've only been doing this for maybe a month, most days, but I've been really into a new TV show. I'm not the biggest fan of reality shows, okay? I have a guilty pleasure, which is the Kardashians. I just can't resist. If it's on the telly and I've got a bit of time, I will be putting the Kardashians on. Just can't help it. I just absolutely love it. But I refuse to sit and watch like The Only Way is Essex or Love Island or anything like that. I cannot stand those shows one bit. But I recently discovered another one on Netflix called Below Deck. Thoroughly recommend it. Literally cannot suggest it highly enough. Although be prepared for it to take over your life. It's literally, oh my gosh, there's no concentration needed. It's so bad for you to watch, I'm going to swear, crap. It's so bad for you to watch crap like that, because it just, like I said, it just takes no brain power whatsoever. It's just mind-numbingly good. It's just, oh my gosh, literally. So on Netflix there's season 1 and 2, I believe. I finished them. I thought, oh gosh, like, because it came out like 7 or 8 years ago. So I thought, oh, like, are they making any more kind of thing? I looked on the internet, and there's 7 seasons altogether. Since set up, so on Amazon Prime there's an extension called Hey You. I have set up that as a free trial for a month, purely so that I could continue watching this show. I am now on season 6 of 7, and I only started watching it maybe 2 weeks ago. Oh my god, but it is just gripping. It really, really is. Like I said, it takes no brain power whatsoever. You literally just sit down and you don't need to think about anything. But the thing is, like, okay, season 5 wasn't that great, and I kind of thought, oh, okay, novelty's wearing off now, thank goodness. I can start living my life again. And then started season 6, and season 6, oh my gosh, the dramas that have been going on is insane. So yes, needless to say, I haven't put it down for the last couple of days. I'm talking, I watch it with my breakfast, I then watch it on my lunch break at work, I get home from work and I put it on again. Not it's not healthy. I just, at this point, I just think I just need to finish it. If I can finish it, I can move on and like I said, get my life back, essentially. So that just went right up my nail. That really hurt. I don't quite know how I managed that. My fingers are really cold as well, which doesn't help. Yeah. So, but the other one I've started watching. So I don't know if you're aware, but on Netflix also there is a show called The Curious Creations of Christine McConnell, I think it's called. And I remember watching that when it came out, so it was about 2 years ago. And basically she just creates loads of like spooky Halloween like treats. It's mostly baking, but she makes stuff as well. She's like very crafty. And I can remember watching it a couple of years ago, and she's so captivating in the way that she makes things and shows you how to make things. So it's like unintentional ASMR basically. So I was absolutely obsessed. But they only made that one season. But she's actually got a YouTube channel as well, which has only been active really for the last year, I think it is. And maybe it's 2 years. But one of the videos on there, she talks about the fact that she's got all these plans for a Christmas season, for like making Christmas treats and things. And the show got cancelled, which is such a shame. I think it just didn't get the reaction that they just didn't get enough views basically. But instead, she, like I said, she's got a YouTube channel. She's also got a Patreon. So her YouTube channel, she doesn't have that many videos on. Now, I have never paid or signed up to a Patreon before, because I just sort of financially it's been a bit like, oh, I'm not invested enough in the person to justify this, spending the money. I'm quite tight with my money. I don't sort of spend it unless I can really justify it. But like I said, I just find her so intriguing, and her thought processes on making things and everything. I really, really wanted to see more basically. And I think on the YouTube videos, she talked a lot about her Patreon videos that she'd got. And I was just like, oh, I really want to see this and I want to see that. And, so I did. It's like $3 a month, I think it is, for the first tier. And she's just bought this house in America, I can't remember where, literally a mansion, but it's like Victorian, was it Victorian? It was like 18 1960, I think it was built, she said, and she did a house tour. This place is just absolutely magnificent. She's like, she's very into sort of that old-fashioned, vintage, sort of semi-retro, but just very Halloween-esque. But she's a bit like Morticia. Not a vampire, but I just mean as in like the gothic, I suppose you'd say, but not in the sense that she just dresses in black all the time. I can't really think how you describe it. What, there must be a term for that sort of style, but she makes everything she can. Like, she will renovate her house herself. You know, hand paints the walls like it's to make it look like wallpaper. So yeah, her videos that she makes dresses. I watched one last night that she'd uploaded recently, which was making vases of flowers, but from artificial flowers, which is obviously just quite a common thing. Sorry. However, like this video, obviously in her style, they weren't sort of bright, colourful flowers. They were sort of vintage looking, and it just looked really pretty. And obviously coming up for Halloween, we're not even in October yet, but she's making all kinds of things basically. So thoroughly recommend her channel and her Patreon and things like that. I've lost. Nice, there we go. Sorry about the lighting as well. It's really just the weather's all over the place. But it's kind of up and down. 1 minute it's really bright, then it's really dark. Can't win. I had kind of planned for this to be a no talking video, and it was just going to be the cross stitch sounds. However, I've set up and got started, and obviously needed to vent. So I hope you don't mind. If that is something you would like, though, just a cross stitch video where it's just the sounds of the fabric, please do let me know, and I can do that for you at some point. Right, let's see. I've just ticked off those ones. I was going to do it up here, wasn't it? I don't like folding my design, my pattern page, because it can make it really fragile across the crease, and you risk the paper wearing out, the ink wearing out, and then you can't necessarily see what symbol it was. Thankfully this time I'm quite lucky that it's folded pretty much across a line, so it should be okay. But that is also where the benefit is, that it's like one page per part of the pattern. It's not like the entire thing. It does make it a bit better, I think. Okay, so I think we'll start in that corner. So watching Christine O'Connell and her videos and things, it's given me a lot of inspiration and ideas for different things I could do on my channel. The only thing is, I would say, I don't really have the resources that she has. But still just like, I don't know, just, I love the way she conducts her videos and things like that, so it just gives me some inspiration and ideas. It's been really difficult for me to record the last couple of weeks, so I'm just sort of doing what I can when I can. It's like I've been at work all day today, and I just got in. I'd never normally record after having been at work all day, because you just generally am tired, and just kind of mentally, I think, get into chill out mode. But maybe I just felt like talking, I don't know. But like I said, I had a lot of people request cross-stitch videos, and it's something I've wanted to do for a while. I was saying about the TV show. That's one of the reasons I think it's delayed me from recording a cross-stitch video, because I love to sit and watch that show whilst doing my cross stitch. So then, when I do my cross stitch, I want to watch that, but I can't watch that and record at the same time. So it's kind of, yeah, no, it's not great. That's why I want to get this show finished, so that I can, you know, not be naughty anymore, you know. Right, just take off that bit. It's really loud, sorry about that. I'm hoping that you can see this okay. It's really such an awkward setup. I hope you're all well as well. You know, everything's going okay for you, health-wise, that you're all okay, but also, I don't know, just hope everyone's okay. It's quite easy for me to sit here and talk about myself, but yeah, it's good to know that you guys are okay as well, so let me know. I had a lovely reaction on my last video, which was really nice. It seems like everybody seemed to really enjoy that. I really enjoyed making that video as well. Everyone loves showing off their pets, don't they? So yeah, that was really lovely. I said I really enjoyed making that. Yeah, and I've had lots of people, had some lovely comments, but I also had a lot of people send me private messages telling me about their pets, and I mean, I love hearing stories about other people's pets and seeing pictures and everything. You just love them so much. So yeah, that was really lovely to see. It's always nice when you create something that other people can really relate to and really enjoy as well, which just makes me appreciate all of this all the more. So my brother said that because he watched the video, he said that I should just do that, like go around to my friends' houses and just make a fuss of their pets and record it, just do it for videos. So how do you put that to people? Do you mind if I come round to your house and record myself petting your dogs? I don't know that people would necessarily get that, you know. Obviously if they understand ASMR, that'd be different. But then to also add in the, I would also need complete silence whilst I did this. Like, can I come in your house, do this, and expect you to stay completely silent, or just leave me in your house on my own and pet your dogs? You know, you just think, I don't know how that would go down. It's different when it's your own pets. Like, my parents know about my channel and everything, and they're really supportive, thankfully. But yeah, so it was only because, well, I think I actually explained in the video at the time that they were out for the day, taking my sister back to uni. So the house was silent. The only thing I hadn't taken into consideration is the fact that the house is filled with like grandfather clocks and just antique clocks. So they all tick really loudly and chime on the hour every hour. Some of them chime every 15 minutes. So you just, I think I'm so, you know, I've spent the last 12 years or so hearing that sound. So for me, you don't even notice the ticking sounds. Only when I was editing that I was like, oh my god, the ticking. But actually, I think people quite liked it. It was quite therapeutic almost. And it's kind of also given me ideas that maybe I could do more videos, including the ticking sound. But yeah, it does require my parents to be out of the house. Just because they tend to be on the phone quite a lot, or like my dad is working on the house like all the time, very hands-on with things. So yeah, there would just be quite a lot of noise. I do find these videos quite awkward to record. It's not the easiest setup because I don't have a table or a desk or anything that I can use. I just find it makes my back quite uncomfortable. Oops, just got it on my hand. Right, I've got a little bit of thread left, so I think we can go. Oh, I didn't take that bit off either. Whoops. I've also decided, like I said about the whole OCD thing, because I started with a green highlighter, I had to keep it green. Unfortunately, I didn't have. I borrowed my sister's highlighter when I started this. I was at home. I couldn't then take that home, and the only green pen I had was quite a bit darker, but it's still green, so I think it still counts. But it does pain me that it's not the same colour. I'm just like, oh, makes me like all uncomfortable, and I hate it so much. But I can rationalise it in the fact that it is still green, just not quite the colour that I had planned for. Just realised I've actually highlighted more off than I did. Whoops. Oh well. I'm hoping I can fill this in. I might just have enough thread. It's only a few stitches. Sorry, I'm so sorry about the positioning. I find it's really hard to, like I said, it's really hard to set this one up. I think because I have to look so closely at it, I can't really do it from that too far away. It's really hard to then get the camera over my shoulder. Oh, God, I had to highlight it off. I just said that I did it wrong. Let's see if we can get just a couple more stitches done. I think we're going to go up there. these bits off. Oh, I have to change my position because that is extremely painful. I've got an exciting video coming up soon. So basically I had somebody contact me through my just a company that do oh, I can't remember what it's quite called off the top of my head right now, but it's made me think of sequin art, which is something I used to do as a kid. You create amazing pictures just by, so it's all symbols like this, and then you put the appropriate coloured sequin or diamond or whatever it was on that spot, and it creates an amazing picture. Yeah, so I had somebody contact me, a company contact me recently and asked me if I would show their product in a video of me doing it. And I'll get a discount code to give to you guys as well. But yeah, so that's very exciting. So I'm just waiting for it to arrive in the post. Hopefully that won't be, I won't have to wait much longer. Should be here fairly soon, I think, because it was dispatched earlier this week. I'm not quite sure where it's coming from though, so obviously that does affect it. But yeah, that's really exciting. And I got to pick the designs as well. They let me choose 2 different ones, or I could just let them send me 2 random ones of their choice. But I had a look through the website and yeah, chose 2, and they said yes to both of them. So I'm very excited to be able to do that for you. That'll be good fun. I find it so cosy when the wind's howling away like that. It's cold and we've got the heating on, but not too high, just enough to take the edge off. I've got fluffy socks on, I've got a hoodie on. It's all cosy. Really love this time of year, how it becomes autumnal and everything. I just feel really, I don't normally feel it to this extent. I wonder if it's just because of the type of year we've had, that it's kind of had that impact. Sort of left me feeling that way. I never get particularly excited about. I like Halloween because I love watching those scary films and things like that. But I've never sort of put pumpkins out, or I've never. This is really sad. I've never been to a Halloween party. I lie. I may have been one to one. I was like about 6 years old or something. I don't know. But as an adult, I've never been to a Halloween party. I suppose in England it's not as celebrated, but yeah, this year I think because of COVID, we did we put teddy bears outside. I say put teddy bears outside. Paris and I, my housemate, we drew some teddy bears to put in the window, and now they're saying, as a town, we're talking about doing pumpkins. So everyone had a number, and so basically children could go on walks with their families, and they had to find the numbers, find the teddy bears, and then sign them off. And it was like so many teddy bears, and if you found them all, like, you won. I don't think it wasn't particularly a prize as such, but you just got that sense of achievement, you know. So they're saying about everyone keeping their assigned numbers, and for Halloween, because we can't do trick or treating, we do pumpkins, have them in the window with your number next to it, and the kids do the same thing again. They go around and find the numbers. I mean, obviously on the one hand you think they've maybe been to those houses already, but I suppose it's been a long time, they might have forgotten where they are, I don't know. But yeah, so I haven't carved a pumpkin since I was probably about 10 years old with my parents, and that's just a one-off. I think we probably hassled them and said, can we do pumpkins? I remember it was really good fun, but yeah, as an adult I've never done it. So yeah, for this year I feel really like, I really want to do that. It's just that sense of community, I think. Brings everyone together when we can't be together, you know. Right. Here's the next one. There. Yep. I've done that one wrong, haven't I? Yep. Let's just undo that one quickly. I wasn't sure when I put it in. Should have checked a bit more closely. Oh well. Oh no. Didn't get it in the right one. Okay, let's just put that on. One of the things I do find with this thread, compared to my last one that I did, last pattern, what I do find is the thread at the end it just seems to get sort of fluffy. Even though I'm not using like a really long piece of thread, it just seems to do that, and I don't know why. I don't know whether it's better quality thread, and so you just have to be more careful with it, which sounds contradicting, but I don't know whether it's just silkier. It's just what it's made of, I suppose, but I don't know. Let's go that way. Just going to snip that off. Okay. I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I need to stop. My back's really uncomfortable, so I need to have a break. But I feel like now that I have a new design, I can do more cross stitch videos for you, which is really exciting. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and it hasn't been like I haven't irritated you with my rambling. But thank you for listening, if you have listened this far. And yeah, let me know how you're doing. I love to hear from you. So please let me know what you've been up to, whether you've got any designs on the go, or you can always send me pictures. This is Instagram Messenger. I do get a lot of messages through there, so like message requests, so it can take me some time to get through them. So it's not being rude or anything like that. But I love to see what people are working on. So yeah, please show me, or tag me if you put it up on Instagram. Like tag it if you put it on your story. Tag me in it so that I can add it to my story and share it with for everyone else to see. As I said, I will put the link in the description as to where I bought this design from. And yeah, let me know if you buy it as well, actually. If you get anything from the website. I don't get any commission or anything like that. I'm not affiliated with it at all. But there's so many lovely designs that are available. So that was the other thing, actually, because of this brand. I think the website that I got this from, I know that they don't have that many designs on their website, but this brand does. But if there's a design that you like by this brand, you can sort of contact the website. I think it's knittingvillage.co.uk. You can contact them and they can order in the design that you like. If you've seen it on this website for this brand or whatever, you can contact Knitting Village through their contact us page on the website, and I'm pretty sure they can order in that particular design. But to be honest with you though, they've got some really beautiful designs on their website anyway. So yeah, like I said, let me know if you order any of them, because I just find it really exciting to see other people's projects. So yeah, it's lovely. Like I said, lovely to hear from you when I do. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll be sure to make some more, hopefully quite soon. Okay.